Hello, earbud fans. I am the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the KZ or Dongguan Yuanze Acoustics Technology Company Limited EDX-Lite earbuds. They're wired. Some of them come with microphones. Unfortunately, this set does not come with a microphone in it. I have been listening to them for the past few hours, and I did test them out. I tested them out on a couple of games to see if the directional sounds would work correctly, which they did. I also played some music on YouTube, and initially I was really irritated because the sound quality was terrible. But I discovered it was the YouTube channel's fault. It was not the earbuds' fault. So I found a hi-fi program channel, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube, played the music. It sounded great. So this puts it on a par as far as those things with my Logitech G432. Now, one thing I don't like about it is this cable is less than 4 feet long, so I can't really go very far before I start to get into a point where it's like a leash, and that I don't like. So I would really like it if it was a bit longer. The cabling is kind of like speaker wire that you sometimes see where it's translucent and you can see the copper wire inside. And actually, these are also translucent gray. They do have other colors. I don't remember which colors they are. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that information for you. Nope. I do not see the information about the other colors right here. But I know that there are other colors because I did see it somewhere. I just can't remember where I saw that information. So I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to show you one of the features at the same time that I show you. I don't know if you noticed what I just did. Now, for the earbuds, this is the small size, and it comes with two larger sizes than this. And if you weren't paying attention to what I just did, I just disconnected this from the cable. This is not wireless now. It is still a wired earphone. However, if you need to replace it or you need to replace the cable, you're able to disconnect it so that either of those things can be accomplished. Now, there are left and right markings on these, but they are extremely hard to see because they're not colored at all. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the R on this one. I hope you can, but it's very hard to see. It is embedded in the plastic. I actually took a marker and put a little bit of color on it to help me to see it better, which made a difference. They do also have other versions that are more professional than the EDX-Lite, so you can look at those if you need something better. But I'm really happy because, number one, in the past when I've used earbuds, I've found that they're uncomfortable, possibly because the earbud size or the nub or nib or whatever you call that thing was too large, and I have kind of small ear canals. Also because I think it didn't have this part to help keep it in place in my outer ear. And it also has this flexible wire that lets it hang over the top of my ear and help it to stay in the correct position. So between those things, it does a really good job of staying in place, and I can turn down the volume and still get the same quality of sound that I would get from this at a higher volume, which it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, if it's the middle of summer and I'm using this, I'm sweating, right? If I'm using these things in the middle of summer, and well, maybe my ear is going to be sweating in the canal, but other than that, I'm going to be comfortable, and that's fantastic. Is there anything bad about this? That's a good question. I haven't found anything bad about them. I've never really, again, used earbuds for an extended period of time because I found them to be uncomfortable. But this pair has made me rethink the option, and I am glad that I ordered them. So I do encourage you, if you're looking for a nice pair of earbuds, or whatever you call these things, to give these a look, and maybe it'll be worth it. And for the price that they're asking for the Lite version, I think it's well worth it.
So I'd like to add that, first of all, it would have been nice if they had an IP rating, at least for, a lower one for water, to deal with sweat. Noise cancellation. I'm not sure if they could do bone conduction, but that would be interesting. Now, I did do some tests, and I used different videos on YouTube to do this. For fidelity, I used the Hi-Hacker Ultimate Headphone Test, and I only used the first 4 parts of it. The first part was the bass, which is from 200 to 10 hertz, and when I turned the volume all the way up as the sound got lower, because as it gets lower, it gets quieter, I was able to hear the entire range. Although admittedly, at the end of when it gets to like 20, from about 20 to 10, it's mostly just this very more of a rhythmic kind of vibration sound than an actual tone. Then on the treble test, which was from 8,000 to 20,000 megahertz, it got to 15,000 and then stopped, and then at 15,800 it resumed, all the way up to 19,600. So that was very good. Then the third test is the driver bass quality, in which you listen to the sound. Well, it's not really just bass, but it's it's mostly bass. And you listen to the sound as it goes up and down, and use maximum volume in order to tell if the drivers are shaking, if they're loose, or if they're malfunctioning or anything like that, if there's like buzzing or anything. And honestly, none of the 10 earphones that I tested had a problem with this test. The next one, however, was a pretty challenging test for almost every headset, including this one. And this is the driver balance. And so when you listen, it starts at the bottom, goes all the way to the top, then comes back down. You should, throughout the whole thing, the sound that you're hearing should remain in the middle. It shouldn't waver to the left or right or whatever. So that's why it's called driver balance. And for this headset, at the high end of the spectrum, there was a shift to the right for a while. Now, that's pretty good considering how badly some of the other ones performed, but not perfect, but pretty close. Now, after that, I did the Lion Studios 3D high definition test, just for the, and these are for the directional testing. One of the first one anyways. And the second one was the Dolby Presents Universe, and the third was the THX Spatial. Hear the difference. It passed all 3 of those directionally. And obviously I couldn't do any like signal range testing because it's not wireless.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.